Every Thursday morning at this time, we bring you Olsen on Law with veteran Orlando attorney Tom Olsen. Tom, good morning.
Good morning, Alan and crew and WFLA listeners.
Tom, first off, let's talk about the U.S. Supreme Court and a big issue they took up earlier this week, the Affordable Care Act.
Yes, Alan, the Affordable Care Act is still being challenged in court by Republican-led states and the Trump administration. It's now in front of the U.S. Supreme Court. On Tuesday, the court heard oral arguments and seemed to be indicating that the essential elements of the Affordable Care Act will remain in place. A couple of key justices, Roberts and Kavanaugh, actually said during that when Congress removed the penalty in 2017, the penalty if you did not have health insurance, Congress did not seem to indicate that they wanted to kill the entire bill. So back in 2017, Congress could have gone all the way and not only removed the penalty, but killed the entire Affordable Care Act, but did not do that. They simply removed the penalty. The Trump administration was saying, well, if there's no penalty for not having health insurance, the United States Supreme Court should strike down the entire thing. And it seemed to be indicating on Tuesday that the court is not going to be ruling that way.
Yeah, Chief Justice Roberts pretty much saying it's not up to us to do Congress's job. And, of course, it was Chief Justice Roberts who cast pretty much the deciding vote when the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act was upheld back in 2012.
Yeah, so the court was actually saying that it was as if Congress wanted the Supreme Court to do their job to kill the ACA, and the court is saying, no, we're not. Congress had a chance to do that in 2017. They should have gone all the way if they really wanted to.
You know, yesterday morning when we were talking about what we're going to talk about this morning, I said, let's keep an eye out, see if there's any more legal action regarding the election, and sure enough, some more cases were filed yesterday.
6 cases in Pennsylvania and 1 case in Michigan. Those seem to be the real legal battleground states. And 6 cases filed in Pennsylvania, 5 of them in Philadelphia County, and basically revolving around these mail-in ballots and whether or not they were postmarked on the day of the election or whether they were received after the election, whether they were missing addresses, missing dates. So those are all the challenges right now going on in Pennsylvania, most of them happening in Philadelphia.
And already we've seen a number of these cases thrown out, haven't we, because of flimsy evidence or no evidence offered by the lawyers for the Trump campaign.
We're still waiting to see what might come forward. There are certainly affidavits and testimony out there of election fraud, but none of it's been proven so far, and a lot of it's been, in fact, been debunked.
Yeah, and when Amy Coney Barrett was in the process of being confirmed, of course, President Trump expressed the hope that she would be on the court in case the election ever came before the U.S. Supreme Court.
Right.
Doesn't really look like that's going to happen, does it, Tom?
Well, remember, the U.S. Supreme Court is the final court of appeal, and they get to choose which cases they want to hear. So usually those cases come from state courts. The Trump administration challenges campaign has not got any cases in state Supreme Court so far that looks like they might be appealed, and I'm sure that I got to say, probably brings some relief to the United States Supreme Court, because I think the last thing they want to do is to be the deciders of this election like they were in 2000, Bush versus Gore.
I'm sure of that as well, Tom. We'll keep an eye on it, however, as things proceed, and you'll be back with us on Good Morning Orlando at this time next Thursday morning for Olsen on Law. And, Tom, as always, you'll be answering listeners' legal questions this Saturday at 1 p.m. when Olsen on Law is on News Radio WFLA Orlando. Tom, thanks so much.
Thank you, Alan.
And remember, for all of your legal needs, call the Olsen Law Group in Orlando.